Why not have my mic in my headphones? There we go. There's a little bit of monitoring. How's everybody doing? All right, so here's what we've got going on today. That's not it. There we go. Okay, so we started with our port. Now I want to continue with that and kind of figure out where we're headed from here. Turn my mic up just a hair. There we go. All right, so I know that the port is not where I want it. I also know that this town is not where I want it. Now that I've had a chance to really look at it, let's get TikTok in with us, and then we will start to fix the things that I think I messed up on the last one. There we go. All right, and TikTok is live also. Good deal. There we go. Okay. Oh, Warlock, you just get home. Damn, man. I can't even say anything. I also just got home. We'll get into that probably here in a couple minutes. So, okay. I don't love this. This is too big for where we are, I think. So I'm going to remove these. These are all offices. I'm going to remove those and drop them down to the southwest offices. I don't particularly care for the height. The height is messing with me. So we'll knock those down and get something a little more suitable for the size of the city. Now we're having some additional issues, looks like with just spacing, so that's good. That's easy enough to fix. We'll get those in. That's a little more manageable. Then I just don't like how empty this looks, so I definitely want to work on that too. Was trapped at the new house because power was out and couldn't shut out the garage. Oh, damn. That sucks, man. I'm guessing, being that you're here now, everything is kosher. I got a phone, or it was a text message from a friend of mine. He's actually the guy that works in my department with me. He was off today, scheduled to be off. His daughter had her 6-month checkup, the doctor's appointment, whatever. And he texted me. He's like, "Hey, Is there any chance you can come over and watch the baby for a little while? I'm not feeling great, and mom just legitimately needs to get in the shower and stuff. Like needs to do some self-care. And I had offered a long time ago, like if you ever need it, I'm there. Like just give me a call, and I'm in. I'll come and help. And yeah, they did. They called on me, and we had a great time. I took Harper with me. We had a really nice time. It was a lot of fun. I love that. I love that little girl. Love that little girl. Did it just front? Okay, I actually don't care if it fronted there. To be honest, one of those. We'll do one of those. We'll do one of these and one of these. Oh, good. That's good, man. I'm glad to hear that. That's wild that, did you say that it was a power outage, or was it a, like, an issue with power in the house? Power outage. Oh, geez. Are you guys getting storms, or is it heat? We've been getting some nasty freaking storms up here. The last couple of weeks. I've said it in Discord. We're forecasted to get more storms again tomorrow that could result in tornadoes. We have another chance for tornadoes, excuse me, again tomorrow. It's all we've been dealing with has been tornadoes. It's crazy. I can't do that there. I can't do that there. Frontier Consulting reports record profits, layoffs are announced on the same day. Well, you know, I mean, that's... I hate to say it, but that is how that goes. More often than not. I'd love to get a decent sized... I don't know if I can do this one. Maybe if I grab these and move these closer to the edge here. I want to get a nice big, you know what, I think I can make that happen if I don't snap to the thing. We did have one that came through pretty quick, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, I think if I adjust this a little bit more, I can move them and get a thing in here, especially if I do this too. Grab these again. Move those to there. Yep, there we go. Just want to make sure I have enough parking there for those for those high capacity buildings. We'll do some medium density in through here, which also will need some parking. So cool. All right, very good. I like that. Now let's get I'm gonna toss a park in right here, and then we need to start thinking about communications coverage here too. I am not ignoring what I need to do. I know that I need to work on the bay, the what's it called? I also need to make sure that we have. I don't think I can fix that, can I? Anyway. Just happy the storm came through during the power outage because it cooled off a little bit. Yeah, man, I feel that. We've been sort of fortunate in the last couple of days. It's gotten super cool outside for whatever reason. I don't know what like the catalyst for that was, but it went from being like, you know, ridiculously hot to cooling off pretty significantly. We're at the point now, I think today it was there was a high of I don't know these goddamn things off. I think the high was like 78 degrees, whereas it's been well over 90, 95 through the last kind of week-ish. Hey everybody on TikTok, what's going on? Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. I'm just happy the storm came through. Oh yeah, I read that one. But yeah, man, it's I mean, it's that time of year, right? You know what I mean? Like you guys deal with it way worse than what we have it in Pennsylvania. You know, Florida gets. I mean, you guys get fucked on with storms. Like we're not all that far behind, but you guys, I mean, you guys really take it. See, that's way too fucking big. Also, way too fucking big. So this is off of Main Street is the problem. I don't know that you would see. Although maybe you would. Now a hotel would make sense, I think. Yeah, let's throw down the Renaissance Hotel. And we'll throw down the coffee shop. And then I think maybe a parking structure right here of some kind. Maybe just a modest parking lot. It's the most rain we've had since I moved here. Well, really? Wow. Wow. That's actually crazy to think about. We've been pretty fortunate over the last couple of days, just having some really decent weather. But the last week has been a real challenge. More often than it's been nice outside, it's been shitty. So it's been a rough couple of weeks in the Pittsburgh area. I mean, I've lived here almost my entire, not even almost, I've lived here my entire life, and we have constantly had, it's the first time that we have constantly had some kind of a severe weather threat happening at least once a week. which is it's just incredible. And I'm not talking like a severe thunderstorm. Like, that is what it is. You know, that's not unusual at all and not uncommon, right? Like, a thunderstorm's a thunderstorm. It's going to happen. I'm talking twisters and tornadoes coming at us on the regular. Like, it's kind of insane to me how frequently we're getting these fairly intense storms. It's never happened like that before here. It's some real interesting weather. So we need to address this probably, I'm thinking, and it should be fairly easy, it looks like. I think if we just do a 4-lane highway all the way down here unto right here, we should be okay. In fact, I don't even know that we need a 4-lane. An asymmetrical, a 3-lane asymmetrical may do the job. That way it gives a dedicated turning lane right here. And then we just drop back down to 2. And then we do the same thing on this side. Although you can see there's backups over here as well. So we may need to do something over here. But let's add in the same thing right here. We're just going to dedicate a turning lane and see if that, in fact, it's going to give us 2 there. Let's see if that helps. I do think we need stoplights here. I don't know if I remove those. I might have removed those accidentally. But I think that it would be nice to have, or not nice, it should be something we have right here. And then I think I think I can live with that. Yeah. So this is a problem. It's not one that's going to be easily solved, though, just because of the nature of this intersection. I could anarchy this and probably get it to work with just a... God, they're dead. They're dead, chat. Like, they're dead. Look at this. Look at where that car is. No shot. No one's gonna even know where you are, man. Like, you're done. You, like, actually gone. Oof. Yikes. Anyway, I could anarchy this probably. Put a stop sign here or a red light. Let's do that. We can fix this, and then I'm gonna add in a dedicated turning lane, and we're gonna do it through cheating methods. Add a little bit more capacity here, like that. And I think we're gonna do the same thing on this side as well, and this side, like that. We're only cheating a little bit, you know? Although I hate how that looks. Not gonna lie about it. I hate how that looks. Okay, I can live with that. That should clear up the issue pretty quickly. So now we just need to figure out this part of it. And this is also a... Where are you going? What is happening right here? I think this is a problem right here. See if that helps at all. I knew that this was probably going to be an issue with anything on this road right here. Not a great or easy way to solve it, though. I think the best way to handle this, and I think that the mayor is going to really love it, to be honest. Is just to hide that notification. There we go. Problem solved. You know? I mean, the mayor has a huge... Yeah, like, seriously a really good approval rating. He's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. So I think what I want to do here is I want to work on getting our port sort of fixed up. I don't love this. Like, what is going on with this? Can I, like, fix it at all? Do I need to bust it down and then rebuild it? I don't love that either. And I think I want these all to be the... What is going on? Where's the water damage? Okay, man. Whatever. I think I do want these to all be the same color, and I really like this yellow. So let's go ahead and copy this. And we'll paste it onto here. Here. And here. Now, what we may need to do, if it's going to be an asshole about this, I'm just going to delete this. And we'll do something else right here, because it's obviously there's some sort of a problem. Although now that I'm looking at it, this key wall appears to be funky. Like you can see there's definitely some sort of a problem here. So I think we can fix that. Yeah, that's totally it. Look at this. Those are two entirely different freaking roads. That's what it was. I must have messed that up whenever I was configuring. Now I wonder if I can rebuild that. It sucks because this costs, what, 200... Oh, it's only 120,000. I was going to say, that's like 200,000 every time, but that's okay. Yeah, there we go. Now we're good. Now we're good. Now, we do have a little bit of water, but that'll dry off fairly quickly. So what I'm looking for here is, and it's going to take some time to do it, we need to get some goods exported and moved. That's kind of what unlocks things. So at the moment, we don't have any goods coming in because we never set up our shipping routes. So let's do that. Let's grab our cargo ship route, and we'll move this one here and back. This one we don't need, I guess. This one here and back. And then I'm going to leave that one dead too, just for posterity's sake. Now that should start getting some things activated here. I want to detail this, but I want to wait until we have all the everything's unlocked, and then we'll start detailing. Now, I don't think that we put in any sort of death care here. We did not. Yeah, they're coming all the way from the city, so we need to put some kind of death care in. Why don't we do let's do a small cemetery. And let's do it over here where we're having noise issues. And then if we take the remainder of this and turn it into I think commercial's probably the best bet. That should solve the noise complaints that we're having there once it all zones in. Gotta be honest, I am not super thrilled with how this looks. I like this part of it, and then I don't like the rest of it. I think that we're probably going to redevelop this. Pretty much, I'm thinking everything that isn't right here is going to get redeveloped. I don't like the roadway layout at all. That's probably all going to get wiped, to be honest. We're probably going to scrape that entirely. I don't like it. I don't like it. The only thing I really enjoy is where the port is located and this like sort of housing plan, and where basically the low density residential is the only thing I really like. We're probably going to bounce the rest of that, I think. I think we're going to wipe it. I think we're going to scrape it all off. In the meantime, before we get into that, let's just check in with our city. Now, this has been a decent amount of time going here. And I think the issue we're having here is node-based. So do you see how this is trying to allow a right-hand turn? We don't want that. And then right here, it might just be a lane math problem, but I think that's easy enough to solve. Where's a tornado when you need it? It's outside. You missed it, Becky. We were just talking about this. We're supposed to have tornadoes here in Pittsburgh again, sometime in the next 24 hours, apparently. So, not in the game, but it's coming. It's just coming to my house instead of my city. See, I don't love that. I don't love what it's trying to do here. Can I add a, where's network tools? Let me add a node right here. And then I want to swap this out for a 5-lane asymmetrical highway. If I can. It's not going to let me, I guess. I think it's because of this. You know what I want to do? I think I want to bring it to right here. We had it pretty bad on Saturday also, I guess. My wife was driving home, and she got the brunt of it. It was pretty bad. Where I was at, I had already came home. We were camping this weekend at a cabin, at one of her family members' cabins, and it was. I had left the night before. I had left the night before. I left Friday night, or Friday afternoon, really, to get home, so that I would be able to prepare for a catering event that was on Saturday, and. She came home on Saturday. The event was a wedding, and we were invited. We were also guests at the wedding. So she came home. Her and the kids were on their way home, and it was. I mean, they got slammed. I was in the kitchen, so I didn't hear anything. I don't think it really did much of anything. This is annoying. But yeah, it was. She said it was pretty bad. I don't know what else to do here. I'm thinking about this wrong, huh? I just don't think I'm doing this right. I don't think I'm approaching this from the right angle. And that's a pretty significant backup. Like, that goes all the way back to here. It's this intersection. This is not it. This isn't it. We need a better option. Let's wipe this and start fresh. This isn't it. Pull these houses out, and I think I'm going to pull this one too. And I'm not going to be afraid to remove this either. But I'm not. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't particularly like. I don't like it. Don't like where we're at. That actually makes me angrier. The terrain makes this exceedingly hard. Now, this road right here, I think was also fairly screwed up. Man, I don't want to demolish this. But I feel like I don't have, like, a choice. There is no way for me to immediately start moving. See, if I put it in with anarchy, it's going to screw up basically everything from here on out. All right, before we do that, let's start talking about where we could relocate this to. I mean, we have the police headquarters now. We may just rebuild that and make it work for us. Yeah, no, I like that. Let me just try and bring this up in instead. Like that. So now I know where I need to go, right? We know we need to get up over top of this. And we know roughly how long we have to do it. So if we line up this right here as a straight angle at 30 feet up, I mean, 2.5% grade is pretty fantastic, to be honest. Take that, and then do the same thing here, and that should be just a simple, yep, 2.5% grade. I love that. Okay, I love that for us. Now we need to get this road down to here, and I feel like now we might be able to do an actual for real half cloverleaf. I think we're gonna have the room now. See, I do want this to come in right there. This I'm less worried about. But this, I think we need to come in. Essentially right there. Like, what am I doing wrong here? I'm having a real hard time with that, chat. That was not great. I'm having a really hard time. See, right there is where the mistake starts. Need another node, like right here. And then now we can do the lanes. So how do we get connectivity to this road? Without impeding traffic from the highway? You know what? I need to pull some inspiration. Hold on, chat. I even know where I'm going to go. There's a an intersection that I am thinking about. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. I'm beginning to wonder if a roundabout isn't the option. I feel like it is. I feel like a roundabout is probably the only way for us to really resolve this particular issue. Okay, what if we... Okay, all right, okay. I don't know that I... Hold on. So now, if you're going... Fuck, this goddamn road's gonna fuck me up. I need to connect this a different way. We're gonna have to do something like a tunnel or an overpass here. This can't be the way that we connect the... Or same thing here, we have to go under, and maybe we can connect over here, because this just isn't gonna work. And then here, we need to send both out of this side of the thing. I think that might be it. We're gonna have to try it, but oh, why is that not working? Let me redraw this one section back in. And this should not be... Look at this. Jesus Christ. What's going on here? Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't think that this is enough capacity. I really don't think that this is enough capacity. I'm thinking that we're probably going to need to increase the amount of lanes that we have getting off of the... Like, I don't think that this is enough. And what I'm thinking is, I'm wondering if we need to do a 4-lane coming into this. But this will allow us to take this and decrease the total lane count. That's actually fixing some issues. I like that. Okay. I don't love the total design of it, but I think that it's going to work for us. I do think that this probably needs an additional... I think this is going to need more capacity as well. And then let's unpause, and then I want to connect these guys. And we're probably going to lose a couple of these houses, because I'm going to do an overpass. I'm gonna go underneath. Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna lose probably basically all these homes. Grabbing everything, but what I need to. There we go. It's not turning it into a tunnel segment. It's still not turning it into a tunnel segment. It's still not turning it into a tunnel segment. This is insanity to me. Like, I can make it work. It's just, it's stupid. I mean, I don't love that, but I think that's the only way that we're able to get connection to this. And then, you know, in the actual realism of just fucking moving a building, I'm gonna just move this. What in the actual fuck's going on here? If I can get some medium density office in here. Has the potential to look really good. Let's go into Platter and we'll grab our housing, which I believe was the... not that. Not that at all. I believe it was this guy, the classic low density. Is that a 4 deep? Yes. And we will just fill this back in. In fact, actually, let me remove this. God damn it. Click on the fuck, thank you. And we can put an eyebrow right there. And fit even more homes. So, doesn't look like it's going to let me squeeze in a 3 width, but I can definitely squeeze in a 2. And oh damn it. I thought it was gonna fit perfectly. That's okay. We're good. We're good. I can live with that, I think. I think I can live with that. Let's let those spawn in. And then we're just waiting for these guys to come through. Oh, do we have anything? Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought we had zoned. We're waiting for these guys to come in, and then you know what, actually we can get some of this right now by tossing in some commercial. Well, we did have commercial demand, but now it's not spawning. It's weird. Oh, there it is. There it is. We're good. All right, let me I didn't get a drink. So let me grab a drink real quick. I think I have got some sort of fizzy stuff, yeah. Okay. So while I'm waiting for this stuff to spawn in, I did watch a little bit of the VOD last night. I got to be honest, pretty happy with how the voice is sounding. It was deep, but I think that was because I had basically lost my voice. I know that my throat feels better today, so I know I did not bring a drink. In fact, I didn't mark it either. You weren't here, Joker, to make me say drink or no drink, so. I mean, I technically didn't, but I did. The drink is sitting within feet of me, but. See, this is the problem with the roundabout. And here's the other thing. We're going into 4 lanes here. Like, why is it not... I think I'm going to limit movement with the median. Both on both sides of this. And I don't know what the fuck to do here. Because I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want is not this. Sorry for the Spice Girls reference, guys. That's my fault. So, like, do you see how it's doing that? Like, it's something right here. Something's fucked up right here. Something's fucked up right there. And I'm wondering, I wonder if I had Anarchy on whenever I was doing that. But no, it's still doing it. Look at that. There should be 2 lanes the whole way around. See, now what should happen here is this lane should stick to inside, and it's going to the outside for some reason. And this is also like super fucked. All right, let's see if just making those adjustments help a little bit. Otherwise, we're talking about increasing capacity here, and that sucks. So we need a way to get get onto the highway from right here. Because I'm not super satisfied with this. Hey, Deadly, what's up, man? I'm here to wait for tornadoes. I was just saying, we were talking about this just a few minutes ago. The tornadoes are coming. They're just going to be in my actual house. That's what we've got on deck for the next couple days. I'm lucky. We're fortunate in that it's not coming tonight, but tomorrow it's supposed to be very, very bad. We're in the high risk for severe weather zone, and when they're talking severe weather right now, they're talking tornadoes. Yeah. But yeah, man, glad you could be here for the to root on the tornadoes, and wish for my discomfort. Appreciate that. Yeah, man, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I really don't. It's been such a weird couple of weeks. See, now that's what I was looking for, where both lanes can continue. I also think if we just let this roll for a little while, this backup's gonna. Yeah, we're already there. Let's just let this run before I make any more adjustments. Oh, fuck. There's fire over here, and I don't think we have a fire department. I need to fix this, chat. This is just not okay. This town sucks. I mean, just frankly, just really, really sucks. I don't care for this at all. I don't know what the hell I was doing. I was trying to be nice about it, but you know what I mean? Hey, oh man, I am so sorry. I don't want to butcher this name. Nitik? I appreciate the sub over on YouTube. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, I know. I know what you meant. I know what you meant. It's okay. It's all good, buddy. But yeah, it's coming. It's totally coming. It's we were just. I mean, I was talking about it. I've lived here my entire life, and we have never had weather like this. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, this can't. We can't do this. Frankly, I can't accept that either, actually. We've been crazy warm weather in Norway recently. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting scenario. So in Pittsburgh, like I said, I've never, in all of my time living here, I have never experienced the level of severe weather that we have had. It has been so exceedingly bad. And it doesn't appear to be getting any better. Like in fact, if anything, it seems to be getting a little bit worse as the time goes along. And I don't know. I just don't know. It's not great right now. I mean, we're going on. This is what week. This is the 20th. So let's assume that U.S. Memorial Day is kind of like the unofficial start to summer. It's around the last week of May. So we're going into what, week 6 of summer. Week 6 of summer, and we have had we've basically had some version of a tornado or a tornado warning, or something essentially every week. So that's 6 essentially in a row. It's been not great. Now let me control my zoning here. There we go. Do the same thing here and here, and I don't want anything zoned on these side streets at all. This I'm okay with, so I can turn this off and turn that off, and that, and then it doesn't remove. Hold on, I need to unzone this. But we need to be very, very deliberate here whenever we're zoning. So I think what we're going to do here, let's do the northeast mixed density residential, or we could do the southwest. Let's do southwest. Or here and here. And we'll let those zone in. And then I want to undo the restriction on zoning right here. And now we can zone in this. This I want to be a combination. So we have these row homes already. I want this to be a combination of the Chicago row home and the northeastern medium density and then up here I want this to be mixed housing, but I want it to be the Old Town style apartment like that. So right here, let's do... I don't know how tall that building's going to be, but I have a feeling it's going to be massive. Let me turn off zoning here again, so I get this full zone block. Yeah, there we go. I like that. And then I can take this and dezone, rezone, and rezone. And we're good. And down here, I'm going to throw in some Old Town style medium density apartment buildings right there, just to kind of blend in what is really low density into almost immediate high density or a medium density. It'll just blend a little bit better if we do it this route. Okay, we'll see what those look like. Let's see if our traffic problems have resolved. Actually, before we do that, we need to consider how we're fitting in a fire department here, and I want this. This is fucking atrocious. Here's the thing, chat. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. You guys have one job, okay? And it's to be active in chat. But if I were to give you something else, if I were to say, hey, this is also your responsibility, it's to not let me build this kind of trash. Like, this is actual garbage. Actual garbage. Like, when I'm making poor design choices, guys, you gotta be there for me. You gotta have my back. I think I'm gonna do that and this. I'm gonna remove this. 2 seconds, chat. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. What I thought was a perfect 3D printer stand is turning out to not be a perfect 3D printer stand. That sucks. I may have to find something else. More bendy roads. See, I'm thinking we need more. I think we need more grid. It wasn't structured. Like, that immediately already looks better. Just because it has more structure to it. And then we need to D-zone and control zoning here. And I think everything else is okay. And I want to do sort of the same thing. And I'm guessing that we're probably going to need some alleyways in here. I don't even know what these look like. What do those even look like? They do. They have garages behind them, so that's going to need an alley. I'm like really concerned about my 3D printer right now. I thought what I had it on was sufficient. But now I'm not so sure. I don't like this song. Hello? Spotify? Thank you. this. Okay. So I think that that is going to be a lot better for us. I want to see what it spawns in looking like. We need to do our fire department, and I was kind of eyeing up right here as we were building. So let's throw in a fire department. Let's do the southwest. Put it right on the corner. That might be too far away. But we're gonna try it. Let's try it. So they want more jobs. That's going to be offices and a little bit of commercial right now because I don't really know where I want to zone additional you know what? I don't have any medium density offices around here. That's interesting. So let's do that. Let's throw in a couple of these medium density office buildings. See if that satisfies some stuff. And then the other thing I need is obviously there needs to be some sort of a medical center over here. So let's see if we can get a clinic. Do like the Southwest Medical Clinic as well. This is tougher. This is tougher. This is kind of the only place that it fits. I think we're going to go for it. And then I want this to be in its own district. And we haven't set up a district here yet, so let's do that. So we're going to need a name for this town. And we want both the fire department to operate here, the medical clinic to operate here. And what was the other service we put in? Did we put in a small cemetery? I was going to say, I thought we did. And this is going to operate there. And then we need police. I'm going to use a small town police station that we have. And we should be able to get it right in here. And with Move It, I should be able to make it kind of nestle up right against that house. And we're going to have this operate here. See how we're doing with exports? We have unlocked nothing yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Nothing yet, though. So we're just going to let that continue. We can turn down our simulation speed now and head on over to Greenwood, where we are still having some traffic issues. However, this appears to be because of lane math. Although realistically, it's not all that bad. Yeah, I don't know that I hate that. I think it's going to resolve itself. Just looking at it, I tend to think that if we give this a little more time and not rush. Hey chat, can someone tell me why Summit Street doesn't continue at that density the whole way across? Anybody? Is there a reason for that? Is it just because it connects up to Main Street? Okay. 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 Oh, and we never reconnected our bike lane here. Let's do that. I can actually remove this one little section and go into pathways, grab bike lane, and curve it right in here. Ideally, we don't take any more crosswalks. Like, I don't know that we need that, so let's remove that. But we will add bike lanes to this little segment. Oh, you know what we're doing? We're adding this whole way. I love that. That gives fantastic connectivity. So much so that I'm wondering if it's okay to remove this path entirely. This is, I don't know why that's making me angry, but I just saw it and I can't live with that. So we're gonna swap this out for an elevated, if it's gonna let me. It's not gonna let me. Look at what's happening here. Look at this craziness. Hold on. What the fuck is going on here? What is happening? Hold on. You're not. You're screwing with me. There's no way it was like that, right? Like, there's no way it was like that. Now that still looks like ridiculous, but I think we might be able to solve it a little bit. A little bit of move it action here. And then if we maybe increase this just a hair and increase this just a hair, it kind of smooths in. Yeah, I like that. Wait, what was that? What was that? This does not appear to be getting any better. Which makes me wonder why that's happening. A lot of people are going this way. Where are you going, though? So if I did another on-ramp, Like, it doesn't seem like very many people are using this entrance. And I wonder if we did something right here. I don't love that. Hold on, chat. This sound is really, really freaking me out. Yeah, that's not good. I'm gonna need to find a solution there. I don't that's not very good at all. That's not very good at all. There we go. So, okay, looking at this now, I'm wondering if we just did something as simple as like if we just legitimately added that connection in. I want, like, is that going to make do you think that's going to make a difference? I just have a feeling that I get a sneaking suspicion that it's gonna solve the problem for some reason. It's going to lead to redevelopment. Like, this needs to become not low density anymore. Really, this shouldn't be either. This all needs to increase. And then let's grab our northeast row home. Go to a single, and then we'll just wonder... I'll be honest with you, I don't love that I'm not seeing any increase, but something happened. Because now we're not seeing a backup. I mean, we are, but it's because of an accident. I wonder if that's going to do it. I wonder if that's going to do it. It might do it. That's just full transparency. That's a ridiculous thing if that fixed it. Just one singular connection. And I'm not saying ridiculous on the half of the game. I'm saying ridiculous on my part that I should have fixed it long before that. And I don't love that that's doing that at all. That's what I'm looking for, I think. Let me look at the lane connections here. I'm happy with that, I think. All right. As soon as this... Okay, it's clear. The accident's cleared. So now let me see what this is going to look like. I mean, there's still a little bit of bullshit happening, but it does seem like more people are going to go down here and use this. And I think if we preemptively do a split phasing and allow turning on red, that might solve the issue. It's traffic is beating us up right now, chat. And the downside is an easy answer to fix this is to add more capacity, right? So take this 4-lane road, Summit Street, take Summit and make it a up to Main Street, make it a 6-lane. Like, that's an easy thing to do, but see, and this kind of shit is ridiculous also. And I don't think there's an easy way to get them across right there. I mean, I guess if I do that, but it's trying to connect to the road, and that's not working. I think I might need to... I don't have that mod that makes underneath stairwells underneath anymore. This is going to be really unpopular, but I think I'm going to remove this. I think I'm removing all of those. I don't want people crossing the street there. Not having a way for pedestrians to get to and from kind of sucks. I also don't think we re-established any bus lines, though. We demolished so much. So where's that? One's right there. Let's do these, and then we'll do one right here as well. And if we add some nodes, we can decrease the total length of those bus lanes, which is kind of just ridiculous how big they are. And then if we take our lane tool, our bus lines, and we grab this and move it into here, and grab this and move it into here, and then grab this one and move it into here, and grab, oh, come on, this one and move it into here. And I really think I want this to go to here. Yeah, I want that. And then we need to add in some additional, I think, some additional stops. So let's do one at the elementary school. And then one just a little bit further down here. And then let's do one... Let's do one right here as well. I want to look at the totality of what we're looking at for our lines, our current bus line. These are all not colored well, so let me change some colors. So let me look at this guy to start. This is getting massive usage. So this is the outside line. This goes outside of the city to Heathsville. Okay, that's the Heathsville direct line. And then we have this guy. Make this in orange. Okay, this is another direct line going out. To Lincroft. Okay, so this is the yellow loop. Lime. Blue. And purple. Now we can probably adjust this. So let's look at where our lines actually go. So yellow and purple service this side of the city, with red doing some weird... oh, that's going outside. So red and orange both leave the city. Yellow and purple service over here, while blue and green service right here. Now, what I'm seeing here is we have 2 lines that are going up here, and I think that's probably more than what we need. But they're doing, I think they're doing it in opposite ways. What are we looking at in terms of total vehicle availability? We're not using nearly enough. So let's establish another line. Let's do some internal loops here. So the way that we're going to do that is we're going to go essentially just around this way. That kind of sucks. That sucks just as bad. So let's not start there. Let's start here instead. And then let's do an internal loop here as well. Wait. Are there no bus stops down here at all? Holy crap. We removed all the bus stops when we redeveloped, and we never rebuilt. We never rebuilt the bus stops. Holy crap. Hold on. This is a must. This is a must do. Now let's just do some internal loops here as well. And we'll see what that kind of does. So this is the downtown loop east, and this is the downtown loop west, and this is the, what is the name of this area? Do we not have a separate, hold on. Yeah. Yeah, there is. Right there. In the, yeah. Just save me 2 pieces, okay? And there's cauliflower pizza in the other one.
Saved out of each.
No, just 2 pieces. so now we can call this the Walnut. And that should help considerably, I believe. Now let's see what the usage ends up being there. All right, so traffic has gotten significantly better. The issue we're having right now is right here, and this, I believe, is probably going to be pedestrian related. I also think that this might be solvable with some overhead walkways. This alleyway, for whatever reason, is super mad. What is going on? Now, I think we can probably solve this just by removing every single one of these crosswalks. And then going back into our traffic lights, removing the exclusive pedestrian phase, and saving it. And I bet you that resolves the entire traffic situation here. Now people are going to have to start using these to get across. Do we have fire here? No, we don't. We don't have fire coverage right here, so we need it. Let's go ahead and add in another fire station. I want this to be a little bit of a heavier city sort of feel, so I think the city firehouse might be the best option for us here. I'll put it right here on this corner. No, I won't. Ooh. I like that. Let's do that. I like that. And I want them to focus here, and then we should have another one right in here somewhere. I just don't know where they are. Fire right here. I want to upgrade this, and then I want you to actually, you know what? How many engines does that give us? That gives us 7. What does a city give us? Yeah, let's remove that. Add in the northeastern headquarters. Add in the upgrade. And select this operating district. So there's still only 7 in use. I'm going to limit this to downtown if I can. Because we have another fire station up here, I believe. Yeah, we do, right here. So this station will upgrade, and we're going to have this operate in there, and then I want to add another district right here. Okay, so I want them to cover those 2 districts. And then I'll have the bigger fire station also cover those 2 areas. And then we need to add in a few more districts and probably get these covered. Okay. So now we need to get some coverage going on here. I do want, actually, let's readjust this as well. I don't even know how to do this one and make it make sense. There we go. All right, so that covers most of that. Let me get... So I want the downtown fire station to also cover these 2. And then I think I want the southwest fire station to cover those 2. Yeah, because they would never be able to make it up to there. So I think that makes good sense. Island Brook, I don't want that. I want this to be the University of Aurora Ridge campus. And this is the... Oh, I like Emerson Ridge. And here's what we're going to do. Now that I did that, I actually... I'm going to remove this. I want all of this to be Emerson Ridge. And then I'm going to create a sub-district. And this is going to be the Emerson Ridge Industrial Park. Except I couldn't read. There. And this is going to be Emerson Ridge. This needs to go away. Thank you. Get deleted. Okay. And I hate this. I despise that name. But I also think that we are in a much better spot. I don't love that that's the kind of size that I'm getting here. So I think what I want to do is increase the density on these. I don't want high density, but medium would be okay. And I think I'm going to do it right there too and remove those offices and let those spawn. That should give a little bit of height there too. Now, I think the only thing that we're sort of missing in here is just some trees. I think we need trees. So I'm going to throw in a mix. So in here, I believe we have, yeah, hickory, spruce, oak. Yep, and this should be pine. Yeah, hickory, spruce, oak, and pine. So those two, and that guy. And we're going to set that to 100% and get a fairly large brush size. And spam. Not with that, though. Not with anarchy. And also not right in here. Gosh, it's ridiculous how much the trees add. It just makes the city feel so much denser. And it's wild to me, the difference that it makes. Now, in here, we have all these houses, and all of them do have some sort of greenery in them, but they are all super small. So what I'm going to do to resolve that is I'm going to take this, our line tool, reduce this down to be every 6 meters, grab that same, and add in these as well. Do a spacing variation of 2 meters and an offset variation of 2 meters, and then turn on anarchy and just click and drag. I think I want to increase that offset, or the spacing and the offset, to make it look a little more diverse. Like that. That little bit of a change makes a pretty big difference. And oh man, does that city look so much better. Holy cow. What the hell was I thinking, chat? What was I doing? That's crazy. That's crazy. So we are having some garbage issues, garbage piling up. So I want to consider what we're going to do over here. What I think I might do we have this plot of land right here. And I wonder if it doesn't make sense. Oh, I forgot I have this. Yeah, this is the answer. This is the answer. I completely forgot I even had it. So we'll just set it off of the road a little bit here. Where do we want it? It has super low ground pollution too. Kind of like the idea like right here, or even like right here. Yeah, let's do right there. This doesn't have any garbage, I don't think. I think it requires folks to come and drop their trash off, but we can add in a truck depot, which will allow people to which will give us trucks to go like pick stuff up. So there we go. Now we have 7 dump trucks. Cool. Let's let that roll and see how that works, because I think that will. I think that's going to solve some stuff for us. I hate the idea of Willow Square. This is an island. So why don't we do? We need a name for this. Come on. All right, Diddley. Thanks, man. Take it easy. We need a name for this. What are we going to do? It's an island. We need a good island. What's it look like? Arrowhead. If somebody comes up with something better, I'll add it. Yeah, no, I like that. I like that. Okay, man, I can't wait until YouTube Studio. I can't wait until I can get rid of this and use OBS so I can have a face cam on here. I can't do it right now because it's my face cam's being used elsewhere, and it won't let me do it. But that really sucks. And I don't think there's a way to like. Although we're pulling in the game capture, why aren't we pulling? Oh, because it won't let me do it won't let me do the multiple sources. I don't think, right? Yeah, it won't let me do a virtual camera. That's what it is. For some reason. I don't understand why that's a thing, but can't wait for it to at least allow me to do that so I can have my face cam to TikTok as well. That'd be nice. Anyway. All right, so what's up next here? We're still seeing a little bit of traffic issue. This is another one of those intersections that I just don't love, but it would require, oh God, I don't even want to think about what it would take to fix that. We've already tried to unfuck it once. But man, that is a really big problem. Look at that. Jeez. Now my lane math is jacked up here. That could be part of the problem. Curious, does that solve it? Oh shit, that helped considerably. I mean, it is moving now. All right, let's let that simulate out for a little while and just see if that solves problem we were seeing. Yeah, that's a pretty spectacular backup also. Now, is this because I don't have any hearses available? No, so this is a bug. You know what? They're really happy, though. So that's good. Did I bust down that whole thing? I just wanted to delete the one guy. F. Okay. Get on in there. There we go. Now everybody move back in. Okay. So we are starting to see elementary become an issue. I don't think we have any schools over here whatsoever. So let's go ahead and start by adding in districts for these. So that's the high school. And then our elementary school, we're going to have it work in Walnut Brook. And then the other elementary school, which is right here. Yep. We just want in downtown Greenwood. And Myrtle Downs, I think I'm actually going to have... Oh, God. That's a commute. It's almost worth having its own elementary school built. And we have space right here. What's the... Yep, that's it. Let's build one right here. We don't need a big one. Let's do the Orion. And we'll take an alleyway and just run this right up to this road here. That will make this operational. And we'll have this only operate here. Now this covers... Okay, it does cover Myrtle Downs as well. And I'm going to have it... There's no... I don't think there's any residential over here. No, there isn't. There is residential here and here. Here specifically. But we'll throw those two in, and we'll cover that as well at the high school. Over here, we need to add in an elementary school and a high school. We can do small of each. So I have this whole plot of land. I think that this might be the ideal spot to do it. Let's grab up on the remaining 2 tiles we have to own the entire island. And we should be able to build something right here, I think. So let's finish out the remainder. And what I think I want to do is kind of go to like right here. And can I loop back to anything? No. There is nowhere to go with it. The only thing that would make sense is cutting across here. And there is no highway to connect to. So... in that case, I think we're going to draw it to here. And then cut this way. And I'm going to turn this into a small road. Like this. And connect it right into that. Now, that ends this segment right here. We do have some buildable space out here. And I think we'll just add in a cul-de-sac. And then we'll flatten out some land to do it. Now, I want to do our schools. So we need an elementary school. So that's got 650. Also has 650. 550. No, I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, I like that. It almost makes it feel like this entire, it's like a park around it, and this was protected space. So let's do that one, and then we need a high school. Holy fuck, that is huge. Almost as big as the Southwest. Oh man, I don't know. See, now that I don't hate that one. I don't hate the Eastern European. I like that. I think that kind of matches what I was going for. Yeah, okay. So now let's grab the color scheme on this, which is basically nothing. It's red brick. And let's see if we can make this look somewhat similar. Oh, we definitely can. Definitely can. Yep, I love that. Okay. Now let's grab a pathway. And we have a 1 unit of space right in between here. So I think this is a perfect place for it. If we use the long or wide path. We cut over to here. And then I would like to get in here. Looks like we can come out this way, though. It's okay. I can deal with that. I really want this to feel like a park. Yeah. And then we can actually put some park in here. Some park. I'm not sure what we're doing yet. To make it somewhat operational. And then what I'm going to do here may seem weird, but it's going to make it look a little more complete. So there's a park, and then let's do something over here as well. And I think what we can do is maybe some basketball courts. And I think maybe a tennis court right here would be cool. Oh, we can't fit it. Okay, I like that there. And then let's do one more like sort of thing right here. Oh man, I would love to get a softball field in here. And I think with some editing of... Yeah, with some editing of these paths, we'll be able to make it happen, which is going to look really neat. Yeah, no, I like that. I like that a lot. I think that looks really good. Now we need some stuff in here, and what I'm thinking to kind of do this and finish it off is a... Oh god, we have a baseball park too. I forgot about that. A community pool. Is that what I want? What is it? How big is the soccer field? Way too big. I think the community pool works. Let me just pull this backwards. Actually, man, I'd really like for it to be like a... And then let's do a parking lot here where folks would come to park at the pool. I dig it. I like it a lot. I want to add a node right here and then remove that lane. Haha, man, I'm really happy with that. Okay. That looks really good. All right, let's do this next part. Which will take a little bit of leveling. We're going to grab this height right here and kind of just bring this entire area up to that height. And if we grab this, 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 and this, and we control H to that, it'll flatten it out. And then grab this area delete tool and remove those trees. Go into platter, and we're going to grab the expensive houses for this, which is this guy, and let's make some fairly large homes with a decent amount of separation in between the two. I don't love that, how it's doing that. I don't love it. I want one big, and what we're going to do to make that happen is I'm going to grab the house, and we're just going to plant them. If it's going to be like that, because that pisses me off. There we go. And then I just need to smooth this out. So we'll do that. A little bit of a higher brush intensity. Reduce the size. And that'll do it. That'll do it. Is there a gazebo? There's not a gazebo. There's not. Right here. Let's make one. I also want to do a little bit of landscaping around that baseball field or softball field. I know what I'm looking for here. I know exists. I don't see it in here. Does it? A little bit, yeah. I mean, it's less than a meter of a slope, though. Like when you're actually down here looking at it, it looks pretty level and flat. But we do need some dugouts, so we're gonna work on that. See, now it's bothering me. I was good with it until you brought it up, and now it's bothering me. God, that sucks. To go through and select each individual component of this to even it. There, nice and flat now. Okay, so the next thing we need is a fence. So let's grab a fence. That's going to be in our net lanes. And I want there to be a singular color palette. Now, I don't know that we can. I don't know that we have a backstop. We'll have to make that one work, I guess. I don't know. And then I do have some overhangs that we can use, props that will do that dugout sort of job. Maybe not. Those are like really big. Oh, we could use these tents. Tents could do it. Batting cages. Yeah, we can maybe make something happen there, I think. I think we can definitely figure something out here. Hold on. I mean, here's the thing. If we can get something as simple as this done, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a lot of options. Oh, fuck. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, there we go. It's back. Let's do some... Oh, gosh. Do some move it magic here. Okay, and then we need a kind of like a, you know, you have this plot right here. I think we can do something with batting cages here. Okay. That's huge. Will you please leave the news, please? Thank you. Appreciate it. That seems really big for batting cages. So I think we just do fences. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like it. I'm gonna have to think about how to do that because I don't like that. I need to figure out how to do it. I'm gonna have to think. I like that though. I like where we're kind of at with it to start. This area right here looks so much better than what it did. I really wanted to work on the port tonight, but I mean, we're not exporting anything yet, at least to the point where we're gonna start unlocking things. So maybe I'll just let it run in fast to try and, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know what other option we would have to expedite the exporting of goods. That seems really tacky. We're also not like getting a whole bunch of stuff from our, like, we don't have a whole lot of specialized industry at all. Which might be something we need to, I mean, we may want to address that. Like, we have this guy, and there is ore around, like, in areas that we have or can have. Like, having a mineral ore mine isn't out of the question in some place like this. You know, like, I could totally see us building something like that here as well. I mean, definitely right. I could definitely see it right here, like right off of the highway. I could definitely see us doing a metal ore or a coal miner. You know what I mean? I mean, and stone. We could throw stone in almost anywhere. Not even almost. We can throw in stone anywhere. In fact, do we have the land to do it now? Yes, we do. I don't know why we haven't been doing this anyway, to be honest with you. I'm gonna cheat a little bit here. All right. Well, I mean, what's our homeless rate? There's like nothing. It's 11 total homeless. I mean, what do you want me to do? Here, let me create a couple more. Yeah. Oh. You can't get to your home either. Well, now you're also homeless, so that's pretty neat of you. But we did unlock the concrete batch plant, so at least you'll have someplace to work. I forgot to draw this back in. Oh God, I hate this. I hate these crosswalks or whatever you want to call them, because when you plant them, so I'm gonna hit this one, and then immediately I get a different one. That drives me nuts. Nuts. It doesn't make any damn sense. Like, there's 3 separate ones here. Like, what's going on? Okay. Now I'm going to remove the crosswalks on these streets, and hopefully that will alleviate some of that traffic. Hopefully. I don't know if a batting cage would turn up in an asset search. Yeah, we can definitely build one. The 2, I have 3, 4 maybe even total. What the hell's going on? Baseball assets. Or baseball softball assets. And I don't think any of them come with a batting cage per se. What the hell is this? Oh. He finally took pictures. He fixed it. That's cool. That's really good news. Neat. Okay. Concrete batch plant. Where can we plant this guy? Up here, maybe? I mean, I can get it in there, but it's going to mess with the terrain. I do want to add this in. I need to make it make sense. Yeah, this is a problem. Oh. No. I don't think I can fix this. Even a roundabout. Yeah, it's gonna break. Try this. Let's see if that helps to solve anything at all. Probably it won't, but it's worth a try, I guess. Although I'm wondering if this probably can turn into a 3-lane asymmetrical if we're doing it like that. And this can turn into a... Yeah, just like that. I wonder if I can fit a bigger... I can. Man, this is jacked though. Look at that. Look at what's going on here. Hold on. We're gonna lose some businesses. It's funny. But it somehow fit underneath that, which is kind of wild. Look at this. What is going on? This isn't ideal either, man. Like, we have flexibility here. Like, what are we doing? All right, let's see if that does anything at all. My assumption is it's not gonna, but it's worth a try, because I don't know what else to do to clear this traffic. Aside from adding in another entryway into the city, which we could do. We can do like we could just do a singular off-ramp and jettison people onto this road. Why is this happening? Oh, I see why this is happening. I see why this is happening. But I don't love that. I don't love that idea, to be honest. Now we seem to be doing okay now. Let's let that roll and see if that resolves the traffic issues we were seeing here. So they're getting stopped right here at this red light. And I think the way to resolve that is to allow turning on red, giving on, and do split phases, and see if that helps to resolve it. And then I want to prioritize movement on this road. So to do that, I'm going to go through and just we did this originally, but we obviously got most of it lost when we rebuilt most of downtown. So I just want to prioritize movement on here. And the way we do that is we take our traffic, we grab our priorities tool, select right here. We're going to make this a stop sign, make these lanes the priority, and make this a yield. And we're going to do that the whole way through. So that's a yield, that's priority, that's priority, that's priority, and this is a stop. This is a stop. Priority, 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 yield, and yield. And that's that. So that's still good. We just need to reset up the priorities. Don't need a light here. No crosswalks going that way. And then that is a light. That is a light. There. That should help create a better flow in general, just by allowing people to use Main Street more effectively. And now we've completely cleared the traffic back up. The only issue we're having is actually right here. And that is much harder to solve. Not impossible though. With a little bit of lane math, we can make this work. So if we do this and this, we're going to increase the overall capacity, and then this. I'd love to remove that entirely so you can't make that turn right there, but it is what it is. And you can't do a lane connection yet on a roundabout. So, yeah, there we go. That did it. That cleared traffic almost entirely. So backup's over here. We'll check out that momentarily. What are we seeing here? This is just simply a capacity issue, which we can resolve if we use Anarchy. But I think we have the money. I think I'd rather just buy that square. Kind of sucks. We may have to buy 2 here to make it work. We'll see. May have to buy 2 just by the nature of that. That sucks. Yeah. That sucks. That really sucks. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to preemptively add in a 5-lane asymmetrical here, with the priority being going this way. Hold on, this is grabbing onto some weird goddamn stuff. And then I can do a... So that should solve that. I need to fix this here, which is lane connector. Grab this, remove the unsafe, and I want no one to, I want this to be a dedicated turning lane, and I don't want this to go here. I want it left or right only, and I don't. There. Yeah, that should help with that one. And then traffic issues here. Appear to be mostly pedestrian related. See if that helps. All right, now we got over here. Now this is going to be a tougher situation. Much harder to deal with, but not impossible. We'll just have to use Anarchy to do it. So we will toss in a roundabout, and that should resolve fairly quickly, especially if we add in a little more capacity. Why not? Just make it the whole way, you know? There. I like that. I think we're good there. Did you download the mod for GTA drivers and seats? Yeah, right. No doubt. Like, man, I don't know what else to do here. This is just, it's just insanity. I mean, I do know what to do. If I take this and make this a supernode, but that just breaks it. You know what I mean? Like that's what it needs to be. That's why it's not working right now. Is it needs to be a supernode. That is tough. The other thing we could do would be to connect right here. Remove these. Have it turn into a regular road here. You can see it doesn't love that. But that's okay. As long as I can get it right. Man, I broke so many things right there. Don't know that I love the access we're giving right here, but all right, we'll see what that does. That should resolve all the traffic issues right there. Just adding in that roundabout. And then we're having issues here as well. Let's see what's going on here. This appears also to be capacity issues. And I think what we can do to resolve this is just simply give those two things with split phasing, and that should resolve that. Actually, I think just allowing turning on red will do it. I think just allowing these folks to go will solve the problem. Although, you know what else we could do? I don't hate it. And then what I think I'm going to do on this side, we're going to give the option for some of these folks to avoid the hassle entirely. I don't think it's going to work. It doesn't look like it's going to work, but the idea would be is if you're going that way, just to take this lane. We're going to let that roll. Okay, so traffic here now. Why is this backing up? What the hell's going on here? Where are these people coming from? Oh, this might be the quicker way, actually. This guy's trying to go on a horse. This is somewhat annoying. Because I don't know why these people are coming this way. Where are you coming from, though? Like, why is this person right here going that way? And is it just because this road isn't, like, sufficient? I just don't want to see people coming this way and then going this way and crossing this bridge to get into the city. Like, this is the bridge that you need to... What the fuck? Why are we fucked again? It's rush hour. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. What I am going to do is I'm going to end it right there. We are going to address this on another, I guess another stream, because I don't know.